자, 여러분 드디어 저 차도로가 여기 왔습니다. UFC 퍼포먼스 인스티튜트죠. 선수들을 관리해주고 또 케어해주고 운동까지 할 수 있는 그런 시설인데요. 오늘은 UFC TOF 오디션 프로그램이죠. 시즌1 최초 우승자이자 전 라이트 헤비급 챔피언, 그리고 지금은 명예 전당에도 헌액이 되어 있는 레전드 포레스트 그리핀 선수와 함께 이 시설을 둘러볼 것입니다. 자, 날씨도 추운데 바로 들어가시죠. 뭔가 조용히 해야 될 것 같아요.
Welcome to the Performance Institute. So the UFC Performance Institute, built in 2017. It was built to supply UFC athletes with all those services that other professional athletes have. So your sports dietetics, sports psychology, sports medicine, physical therapy, chiropractics, athletic training, strength and conditioning, obviously, and sports science. So that's what we do here. We provide all those to UFC athletes at no cost. So,
And this place is only for UFC athletes?
we let some other professional athletes in on occasion, but we charge them a lot of money.
Now, without further ado, if you could please show us around the place and explain to us what we do here.
Okay.
Oh, wow. It's like a hospital.
This is the sports dietetics room. Are you familiar with this guy?
No, what is this?
So this is a DEXA, dual energy x-ray, and what it does is it tells the gold standard of body composition. So it tells you how much fat you have, where that fat is, how much lean mass you have, or where that.
Do you use this yourself?
I've done it, yeah.
Yeah?
I have a lot of body fat. These things happen as you get older. So the other thing they do in this room a lot is the metabolic cart. So the metabolic cart, you gotta lay down for about 20 minutes, you rest, you breathe in mass. It gives you your basal metabolism, which is how many calories you burn a day just being alive. And then they kind of add in your workouts, and they're able to give you a pretty accurate calorie count. And then our sports dietetics team gives you food to fulfill those needs based on your workouts and how high the intensity is, etc. So,
wow,
pretty cool stuff, right?
So high tech.
Yeah, it is. And the other thing you can do is help an athlete decide what weight class they belong in. Free icon meals the last 6 weeks before their fight. They get all the meals if they're here through the cafe, set up free of charge, set up by our sports dietitian team. So, you know, they're not just telling you what to eat, they're ordering it for you and telling you when to eat it and everything. It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty amazing.
It is. We're just getting started.
What the hell is this?
So this, we'll start right here, I guess. So this is an Ultra G treadmill, anti-gravity treadmill. If you have any kind of lower body injury, you might run in this.
Wow.
So you run with the correct gait as opposed to limping and having a secondary injury. You can run with as little as 20% of your body weight, and then they'll progressively add that load as you're ready. So we'll check out our strength and conditioning area. Oh, it's cool. We got cool stuff.
Wow. This is a gym.
Yeah. We have an impact wall right there. Obviously a running track. Cool feature. All these hangar doors that you see, they open.
Wow.
So cardiovascular kind of conditioning area right here. So a reaction board, so yeah, that's a Synaptech. And so that's gonna not only capture your reaction time and your ability to make those decisions, but then you store it so you see where you are, if you're improving, and it has some relation to your, to your readiness level.
Well, all of this is so scientific.
Yeah, it is. So right here we have, so this is a bilateral force plate.
Yeah.
It looks like they were doing probably some single leg stuff or something, pushing on this. This is where they do their strength and power diagnostics. So they have a set of basically a couple tiers of testing where they're able to determine, basically your readiness for the sport of MMA. And they're able to tell you where you're strong and where you're weak.
Yeah.
Then they compare those to the normative data across the weight classes and tell you kind of where you are, and they're able to kind of like strong, weak, and they kind of want to build up your weaknesses and maintain your strengths.
So each athlete has their own version of routine, workout routines.
Yes. That's a great point. That is a great point. It's bespoke or custom, individualized to each athlete based on them, right?
This place is crazy.
Yeah, so this is set up for an isometric mid-thigh pull.
Wow.
So again, how much force you can generate, and it measures it through the form. The other thing is it's bilateral.
Yeah.
So for me, this is the leg I blew out.
Right.
I was doing this, I produced 16% less force in this leg than this leg. So obviously that's a problem. We need to identify, once we've identified that, this team would work to correct that.
Right. This place is really incredible.
Yeah, no, we think so. Good vibe. Good
Thank
vibe.
you.
So this is our innovation lab, or kind of the sports science room. So we do the strength and power diagnostics out there. In here we do the kind of cardiovascular and energy system diagnostics, right? ESD work, energy system development. Basically your energy systems that you have, you've probably heard of the VO2 max, where you wear the mask and you go really hard until you can't go anymore. We're able to figure all that out in this room, and then they use that information to program your workouts on how to improve what you need to improve on and maintain what you're already good at.
Right.
Now, the other cool benefit of this room is it is actually a hypoxic chamber, meaning that it can simulate high altitude, low oxygen. So they pump nitrogen in this room, and then there's less oxygen. So you can simulate a place like Mexico City, which is the highest place that the UFC currently fights at. So you can know what you're up against when you hit that altitude. It's a real thing.
So you get yourself prepared before you actually go to that place.
Yeah, or you can kind of see, okay, that's what it's going to be like. I got you. Yeah, and Amanda Nunez actually at one point, we'd put a mat in here and she would train here a couple hours a day.
Oh, wow.
Here's the boss doing what bosses do, just talking
Hi there.
about it.
Nice to meet you. Chai.
He's
Good, thanks.
Gavin, he's the head of strength and conditioning here.
Welcome. Hope you had a good tour so far.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed.
We've got some great stuff in here. It's really useful for our athletes as well, you know, to program individually and make sure we get it right.
I can tell how much you guys care about the athletes.
It makes a difference.
That's the idea, yeah.
Hey, that's nice. It's nice because we
So man, we have a bunch of, Korean athletes that work with us as well. The fueling station, I did mention, I mentioned the ability to get supplements, Thorne, the UFC partner. Some ready to drinks, some pre-made shakes. There you go.
Wow.
And the meals for the athletes, right? So they don't look great. I know they don't look great, but the food is great, and it's exactly what that athlete needs so that they can get that workout in for the day and then make weight when they need to, right? So it's the balance.
That's some familiar names.
Yeah.
That's cool.
A lot of people have started to use this place.
Right.
This is the recovery corridor. This is low level laser light therapy. It's hard for me to say. It reduces whole body inflammation, has some benefit for your mitochondria, etc.
Wow.
This is the cryo chamber, so the benefits of cryo again. Yeah.
This is a super cold one, right?
Yep. Yes, sir. Now this.
Oh, that's pretty warm.
So put your.
That's cold.
Ice bath, hot tub. So you can do contrast baths. You can just sit in there, recover. It's great for your joints. I have really bad shoulders. On nights when if I work out and then I'll sit in here maybe 3-4 hours later at the end of the day, I sleep much better because my shoulders, that inflammation. Sauna, steam, HydroWorks treadmill. So here's where we do the fighting, right? So you got obviously a 30-foot octagon, a 25-foot octagon, some weights and cardiovascular equipment up here, and then a wrestling matted area here.
And I'm assuming the athletes have to book their time here?
Yes, that's a
take
great
turns.
point. Right.
Yeah.
So, that's a great point. So we have a lot of athletes that are going to fight each other because that's the nature of the beast. So we have to book them out, and that front desk area where I met you, that's one of the most important places in the building because that's where we get these people that need to be in here at the times.
That's where warriors train.
Yes, sir.
Is this a meeting room?
This is our media center, and again, you've seen all the equipment and whatnot. I would like to think that transcends just the building, and what we're really trying to do is figure out the best way to train for MMA,
Right.
and then disseminate that knowledge globally, right? So we have a sister facility in Shanghai, China.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
It's the same teams. You know, we talk to them all the time. We have an academy there. Hopefully we'll get some Korean fighters in the academy at some point this year. You know, and that place was really instrumental in supporting the road to UFC athletes, which, you know, you're here for, right? This is the finale.
Very excited.
Yeah, we're also excited, and we'd love to get some of those Korean athletes over to Shanghai, training at that PI. Again, a UFC athlete, if you're under contract, you can train here, you can train at that PI, you can train at the PI in Mexico City, and all these benefits will be there for you.
Wow. I think I can summarize this whole place with one word: optimization.
Optimization, I love it.
Yeah.
I always like to say, optimize your day, my friend. I don't know what that means, but yeah. So if you hear that, that means somebody's in a sports psychology session. So that was the sports psychology room. So pretty cool, right?
So is that like a mental coach?
Yeah.
How does it handle stress, anxiety, all that stuff?
Performance anxiety. You know, how do you deal with the fact that you're doing something pretty important for your life for big money, and that if you lose, it's bad. If you win, there's a lot of great things. You know, how do you deal with that?
I mean,
perform your best.
As a Hall of Famer yourself, do you wish that this was available during your time? Yeah.
And then that's one of the things, you know, when I got involved, I was thinking, what's the best of everything I would have wanted? How can we give that to the UFC athlete? And this is so much better than I could have wanted, because I didn't even know a lot of this stuff was out there.
Right.
You know, oh, there you go. So yeah, again, supporting, happy. That's good. Good timing.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a big, you know, it's a big important thing, and I think we're gonna help a lot of people.
And as long as you're around, I think this place is in good hands. So.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of smart people here, and me. Well, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
I appreciate your time. Yeah.
Appreciate it.